Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a mixed martial arts bout, and it's set for 3 rounds in the Shamrock FC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the FM Roofing blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in officially 185.9 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, Mazin Polis. Across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the First Form red corner. He's currently undefeated at 2-0. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 184.4 pounds. Fighting out of Highland, Illinois, Dalton Hudson.
Tape. Mazin Polis in the blue.
No feeling out process.
Big knees there out of Polis. Big right hand there, though, coming from Hudson.
Yeah, Dalton looking to land that right over the top.
Good combinations out of Polis.
Shoots for the takedown here. Nice double leg by Dalton.
Hudson trying to slow down that action. Now, Polis looking for the sweep.
Yeah, that was a nice butterfly hook he had. Was able to create some space and get back to his feet. Look for Dalton to pressure into the cage, drop back down to a double leg, maybe a single leg. He's going for the double here. Switches to the single.
It up. Good defense there out of Polis.
Yeah, good takedown defense. You know, the way Mazin has that underhook with his right arm, look for him to elevate that underhook. That's what's stopping this takedown right now. Dalton wants to maybe run the pipe if he can, where he picks up that leg and circles to his right.
Heavy pressure here out of Dalton Hudson. Again, nice takedown there. Polis holding on tightly, though. They're looking for the potential of a guillotine.
Yeah, he's got that guillotine in. It's hard to say if he's, with the cage there, it's going to be tough to get, the leverage that he needs to finish that. Dalton slipped his head out. Dalton's in his own corner, so he can just listen to his coaches. Look for him to do some ground and pound here. Needs to watch for that up kick, though.
How important is it to hear your coaches in the corner?
It depends on the fighter, but it definitely it's better for you to hear your coaches than your opponent hear theirs.
Big hands coming out of Dalton Hudson.
Oh, knee.
Polis right back into the action. Good combinations. Polis is doing a good job here of setting up his kicks with punches.
Yeah, fantastic job setting those up. Also keeping his composure, right? He got back to his feet and he just started surmounting his own offense immediately.
Big shots to the body by Hudson. Trying to keep Polis on the cage.
Nice dig to the body there. He's got his hands locked. Look for him to scoop him off the cage.
Hudson here trying to slow the action a bit.
Yeah, slow things down here. Looks like Maz is going to try to use that butterfly hook that he has, but it's going to be tough.
Polis trying to work a little bit of a higher guard here, now trying to kick out to make some space. 10 seconds remaining in this round.
Great action by both these men here tonight. Couple knees there to finish off the round by Mazin.
Mazin looks tired in the corner.
By FM Roofing.
Yeah, it's exhausting fighting off those takedowns, having to get back to your feet. It's very tiring. On the flip side, it's equally tiring to try to get somebody off the cage and take them down. Dalton was able to get a couple takedowns there. He probably won that round based off those takedowns. He did control a lot of the action, but Mazin was able to get some offense off on his own, so very good round.
Let's take a look here at our instant replay now. Again, nice body shot there out of Polis. Again, as I said, he really set up his combinations with those punches.
Yeah, they're not very hard punches, but you have to react to them. Get your hands up, and then you can land a kick or a knee. Obviously, you can see a little bit of a Taekwondo background there from Mazin, the way he throws those kicks.
Second round of this 3-round contest. Dalton Hudson in the red tape. Mazin Polis in the blue. Jeremy Johnson along with Adam Meredith live for our first fight of 2024 here in St. Charles, Missouri. Mazin, again, like you said, using really that kind of traditional karate style. Hudson moving forward here, each one of his own.
Mazin said his eye. Thought maybe he got poked or maybe it was a knuckle in the eye, but ref didn't see it. You gotta keep fighting, man. You gotta keep fighting. You can't just stop the action on your own.
That's right. If the ref didn't call it, it didn't happen.
Yeah. And
Hudson dropping bombs.
The problem is when that happens, it takes you out of your headspace.
Right.
Now you're focused on that. You're not focused on the fight, in which case, Dalton got the takedown here. He got the mount, all because Mazin was worried about the eye.
Mazin, big kickoff there off the cage. Hudson keeping him heavy.
This is not a good spot for Mazin to be in. Dalton can just sit here and pick his shots. Mazin trying to use that cage to push off, create some sort of opportunity for himself. Dalton do a good job smothering. So shots from the bottom there.
Now Hudson answers back. Now looking at the potential, wrapping up for a potential arm triangle from the top.
Yeah, he has to pass that arm to the side, as you see he's doing. He's trying to block that with his head. One of these guys is bleeding. Oh, it looks like Dalton's bleeding from his nose.
Yeah, Dalton definitely bleeding from the nose.
Probably
here.
One of those shots that Mazin threw at the bottom. Nice job by Mazin, just staying active.
It's just peppering him.
Yeah, he's not going down without a fight. We have to be careful. You don't want to give up your back. Oh, nice job, though, trying to re-guard. Dalton slides in the side control here.
Big hands there coming out of Dalton Hudson.
Yeah, Mazin's corner saying, you got to get the right arm underhook, get to a hip, start shrimping away. Get back to full guard.
Hudson now passing over to side control here.
Yeah, he's in side control, doing a good job maintaining this position. Slides that knee over the left arm of Mazin, trying to put him in a crucifix. Starting to attack an Americana, look like there. Nice shots there from Dalton.
Hudson doing a great job of maintaining side control.
Yeah, very dominant position in the round. Dalton controlled much of that round, on the ground, was able to end the round there in side control, was able to inflict some damage on Mazin, not without taking some shots of his own, right? His nose is bleeding. Mazin did a really good job staying active, even though he was on the bottom.
As we take a look here at our instant replay, again, we see Hudson here in the top position. He's got that mount working. He postures up, and then he starts to drop the bombs.
Yeah, big shots there. You see Mazin using that cage to wall walk and try to just create an opportunity for himself.
Third and final round.
Looks like they were able to get the bleeding to stop in between rounds there. Big right hand from Mazin to open up the round, coming forward.
Polis just comes in with a huge right hand. Hudson looks to answer back.
Push kick there by Mazin. He's so long.
Big shots to the body there out of Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson's just searching for that chin. He's got some power in those hands. Nice body shots here.
Polis trying to get out of the corner.
Good job by Dalton to maintain his distance as he's picking his shots. Went for the takedown there, wasn't able to get it. Now he's going to try to go for a takedown again, see if he's able to get this double leg.
This is just an exhaustive pace.
Yeah, it's exhausting. You know, Mazin has the underhook with his right arm, which is hopefully going to stop the takedown. But if Dalton's able to lock his hands, he's going to go for a ride. Dalton has his hands locked, trying to go for that takedown. The underhook from Mazin is what's saving him. Fantastic takedown defense by Mazin. Clearly tired.
Absolutely, but these gentlemen have put on a war.
Yeah, nice head movement by Dalton. Dalton's just trying to land that big right over the top. Goes for another takedown here. No underhook by Mazin, so look for Dalton to probably get this takedown if he's able to lock up his hands.
Yeah, he's trying to get underneath. There it is, trying to scoop Polis up.
Yeah, you know, Polis has long legs. He's doing a very good job keeping his hips heavy.
Nice reversal there.
Both these guys just eating shots.
Oh, that one rocked him. Hudson's going head hunting. Heavy pressure here coming out of Hudson.
Switch to a single leg here. Mazin kind of, you know, attacking that neck like he's threatening a guillotine, but it's going to be tough really getting that. Dalton put his head back in the middle. Dalton put his head back in the middle.
Yeah, he's trying to lock those hands up, looking for that scoop right in front of us here.
Yeah, he's got that takedown. Got
Polis
35
looks
seconds
exhausted.
left.
We've got 30 seconds remaining here in the round.
You know, Mazin just wants to eliminate any damage that he can. Maybe he can get a finish here, but with 20 seconds left, it looks like, you know, Dalton is just kind of putting the final nail in the coffin here. Oh, nice job by Mazin to get back on his feet.
10 seconds remaining. Mazin
position,
throwing it on here at the end.
Way to finish strong.
Big one there.
Yeah, very exciting fight. Very exciting fight. You know, Mazin might have been able to steal that round. It's hard to say. The takedown might have sealed it for Dalton, though. But
this is a very close fight into this.
Very close fight. However, you know, Dalton probably got the decision 2-1.
With the end of that fight here, Adam, take us through the instant replay.
Yeah, right here, let's see Mazin, you know, creating some space, lands some shots of his own. Dalton countering, lands a big right hand right there, kind of wobbles Mazin. Dalton just keeps coming forward, trying to land that big shot that's going to end the fight.
A beautiful fight. Both of these guys left it all in the cage.
Couldn't ask for any more than that.
Definitely not here for our first fights of 2024 here at Shamrock FC 351. Jeremy Johnson along tonight with Adam Meredith. Let's send this one up to the cage to Joe Parisi to make it official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a round of applause for both of these fighters. The first fight to go the distance this evening. At the conclusion of your 3 scheduled rounds, we now go to the judges' scorecards for tonight's official decision. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges at Cage Side have scored this contest 30-27 in favor of your winner out of the red corner, Dalton Hudson.
A huge win for Dalton Hudson, making it 3-0 in the world of mixed martial arts. Both of those guys, though, as tough as they come,
Oh, yeah, they left it all in the cage. That was an absolute war by those two. As you can see, Dalton is he's wearing the battle scars. He's bleeding out of his nose. Looks like he took some shots on his eye. He got the win, but he's not unscathed.
A beautiful fight, but we have more to come, and we'll be right back right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.